I don't know if this video will see the light of day for two reasons. Number one, it might get copyright strike. So just keep that in mind if this video goes down randomly or anything like that. That's what's going on. Now, number two, this video has nothing to do with what we normally talk about on the channel. Maybe we'll start to do this more, but normally this channel is about video games, my opinions on them. This video is absolutely going to be about my opinion on something, but it's not a video game. It is a TV show by the name of Dexter Resurrection. Now, here's the thing. Dexter is my favorite TV show of all time. I've watched it through multiple times. My dog's name's Dexter after the TV show. I've watched all of the new ones, everything in between. I've watched this trailer, just to be clear. Normally, I don't watch videos before we watch them on the channel. This trailer is horrible. It is the complete opposite of what I would want from a Dexter show. And I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to explain why. Yet, here's what's crazy to me. People, the likes to dislikes on this thing. How can Dexter have a bad ending? It never ends. Good point. Michael C. Hall is going to be playing this role until his 70s. We appreciate that Angel's first instinct was to hug Dexter. There are so many problems with this. And am I the only one that sees it? I need to know what people are thinking about this. I hope it's good, by the way. I hope I'm completely wrong about this. But the premise that they set up in this trailer is bananas to me. So let's start it out. Again, video might get taken down.
Only in New York.
Okay. Official trailer starts now.
Somebody once told me.
So immediately the score, I'm going to have to stop playing this a million times because the way that it works. Immediately music plays, somebody once told me, and he wakes up in the hospital. Now, if you haven't seen Dexter New Blood, essentially what happens at the end of that is he ends up getting taken to the hospital after he murders a police officer and is caught. As you can see, no handcuffs. He's just in the hospital. Apparently Alaska doesn't have handcuffs. But we'll let that one go.
You have to go through hell to achieve resurrection. Hallelujah.
So he wakes up and Angel Batista from the original Dexter is there. And that's awesome. I'm like, okay, interesting. We're going back to the roots. We're going back to the original show. Now, it says Scenic National Clinic. Odd. I don't know what that is, where that is. Maybe I'll look it up. Maybe I'll look it up. What is Scenic National Clinic? There might be Seneca National Health System, which is, where is this? Now, the different logo. I don't know. Different logo. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he was in Alaska. So he's up walking around and Batista shows up.
It's like seeing a ghost.
So right away he hugs him.
Bishop told me that you were alive. She said that you were the Bay Harbor butcher.
So then he runs away, right? Now, I'm assuming we're missing something in there. One of two things. Either Batista helps him, says, we know you're not the Bay Harbor butcher, which I think would be weird. Or two, he says that and then he needs to escape. But again, never tied up.
So much for the happy reunion.
But then he drives to New York.
What better place to hide?
So then we go to New York City, which I think is a mistake because I personally think that part of Dexter and part of like one of the main characters of Dexter is Florida. Like if you haven't seen the new series where it goes back in time, First Blood, I believe it's called, they show Dexter as he becomes a serial killer. And that series is almost as good as the original, but it's also because Florida is a part of it. It's telling that original story. Now they're telling a brand new story. And I think to do this properly requires some very particular finesse. And as you're going to see, finesse is not what this show is doing.
It's the greatest city in the world.
Where nobody knows who you really are.
So Dark Passenger strikes again. So right away, Dark Passenger is what he called his serial killer. Now, I don't think this is going to be Dexter, but maybe they're going to pull like a multiple personality disorder kind of thing where he doesn't remember what he's doing. But again, that would be kind of dumb. Rideshare drivers targeted by serial killer. So there's this serial killer who's killing Uber drivers, and they're calling him the Dark Passenger. Interesting.
Tell me more about your friends.
Prater likes to own things.
So then he's talking to some really rich person. I believe that's Uma Thurman. And then Peter Dinklage comes in.
Time to meet the man of the manor.
Welcome. I cannot express how excited I am to meet you.
You really like serial killers.
I pride.
So immediately he says he really likes serial killers. So essentially, this story is now John Wick with serial killers.
Myself am finding the best of the best.
So then I can't remember this guy's name, but that's Cam from Modern Family. He's an amazing actor. He's one of my favorite characters from that show. Now he's playing what it looks like a serial killer straight from Blue's Clues.
In every field.
And we have, I'm not sure who that is.
Let's show and
Then we have Neil Patrick Harris, who, again, another one of my favorite actors from How I Met Your Mother. But clearly he's playing a very different, like, serial killer style character.
tell, baby.
So there
That's Jessica Jones, I believe.
are others.
On their way.
Only in New York.
So he's back to killing. You can see they're only in New York. But like this weird other serial killer society is going on.
Tonight's the night.
There you go, Uma Thurman.
Invitation delivered.
Peter Dinklage, which is interesting that he's like kind of the serial killer aficionado. I don't even know what to say about that one.
This is the dark path you're going down.
So then, this is Dexter's son. This is Dexter's son from New Blood. I couldn't stand him in that series, and the ending of that, basically, he shoots Dexter, his father, but he's also a serial killer. So Dexter never. I wish that series never existed, and now it's coming into this again.
I heard you to be careful, son.
I'm tired of being careful.
So then the voice in his head returns.
What do you think?
Who is he talking to? And
What do you
okay, so he's talking to Harry there.
think?
So then what they're showing here is that this looks like the Dark Passenger from the paper. So like, and that's it. Like, that's it. So it's almost as though they have this like more goofy storyline with more star power. But here's the thing. There's two ways that this can go. More star power can mean a better show. It can. Peter Dinklage, great actor. Neil Patrick Harris, great actor. I can't think of his name, but the guy from Modern Family, great actor. Uma Thurman, great actor. But then when you see that whole star power, there's one of two things that are going on. Either they're just throwing oodles of money at the show and it's not going to be good, and we've seen that before, or they saw the script and wanted to be a part of it. So there is hope for this. But seeing the son, Dexter's son, Harrison, in the show has me worried. I didn't like him in the last one. Seeing Dexter be a little bit more goofy, don't love it. And then the Peter Dinklage Murder Society is just super, super weird to me. But when I first saw this trailer on Twitter, the sentiment behind it was very, very bad. Now that I see it on YouTube, like, really? This is either going to be the biggest comeback in TV history or the worst. Let's hope third time is the charm. Technically, it would be the fourth. Dexter, New Blood, First Blood, Resurrection. So technically, it would be the fourth. Dexter coming back is the most emotionally stable thing I've seen this year. Old faces, new faces, New York City and Dexter. The New York City thing has me weird. The way that Angel hugged Dexter, it seemed like he wanted Dexter to tell him how and why. Yeah. They really made a serial killer's Avengers. It'll be interesting to see what they do with that. It'll be interesting. I will be watching it, but I don't know if I'll be happy that I'm watching it. Well, time will tell. And again, I don't know if this video will see the light of day. Hopefully it does. But if you're a Dexter fan like me, let me know what you're thinking of this. And when is the release date on this one? July 11th. Maybe we do like some sort of show where we break down every episode or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see what the copyright is like on this one first.